Hello, this is Jay Leon, and we're doing beginning sailboat racing. And today we are going to talk about the downwind leg. So we've already talked about starting and going upwind for the first leg, and after that, the next leg is generally the downwind leg. So we've got the wind going this direction. We've got the weather mark right here, and we've started down here somewhere, and we've tacked up, and we've gone around the weather mark. We almost always leave the marks to port, so we go around like that, and then we head downwind, and we've got our sail out, and we're proceeding downwind to the bottom mark or the leeward mark, and off we go. So just like sailing in the upwind leg, you want to try to have clear air on the downwind leg too. So as you go around the mark, most of the boats generally kind of fan out a little bit. You have a little bit more flexibility on where you can go, because downwind you can steer all kinds of different directions. Upwind, you can't sail straight into the wind, so you're limited that way. But downwind, you can go just about any direction you want. And so the idea here is to sail down to this mark and get there before the other boats, and you want to try to do it in a way where you're not having your wind blocked by the boat behind you. And so the wind's coming this way, it could be hitting this boat's sails, and if this was you, you might want to steer a little bit this way or that way to try to stay out of their wind shadow, because that will make you go slower. And so try to keep clear air. Try to not to foul anybody. All these boats are on starboard tack, because the wind's coming over the starboard side. The main sail's on the port side. If you happen to come out here a little ways and then kind of head back towards the mark, and you jibe over, so your sail's on the starboard side, you would be on port. So you just want to be aware that as you converge with a boat that's on starboard and you're on port, you have to avoid them on the port tack rule. Port starboard over port tack rule. And then the other thing to think about is just how things are going to line up for going around the leeward mark. And we already talked about mark roundings, special rules for mark roundings, and the advantage really goes to the boat that's on the inside. If you recall from that lesson, if you're here and there's another boat here, and the boats are overlapped before they get to the 3-boat length circle around the mark, then this boat's gonna have to allow this boat room to go around the mark. So there's an advantage to being on the inside. And if it's not uncommon in fleets of sailboat races that you could have many boats, 4, 5, 6 boats all lined up like this. And if you're this one out here, you're going to have to give this guy room, he's going to have to give that guy room, he's going to have to give that guy room. You're going to be way outside of a wheel as you go around the mark. So one thing to think about, and then maybe the second half of the downwind leg, is working your way inside so that when you get down to the mark, you'll be in a better position to be the one on the inside going around the mark, and you won't be sailing a lot of extra distance. Okay, so relatively simple downwind legs. Try to stay in clear air, and if you can, get on the inside when you get close to the leeward mark.